Hey everyone, the reason I'm making this video is I'm kind of doing this to prove a point, I guess, and it's been a very rough week for me. My father, who I'm very close to and is elderly, was diagnosed with COVID-19 last week. Being a professional musician, I haven't had the income that I've had the past year, and a tour that I had planned for this upcoming summer has been canceled. And so, in order to help my dad, I decided, since I don't have a lot of liquid cash right now, that I would just sell some guitars, which is always a tough decision. So I listed a bunch of stuff on Reverb, and I priced everything pretty fairly. Expected to get some offers and maybe get some cash that I could use to help out to keep his mortgage paid and keep my mortgage paid, and just hopefully get through this as best as everybody is. I was contacted by this guy. His name's Helm. He's from Nashville, and he's got this living room guitars, and he claims he buys collections of guitars and all of this. Now, I didn't reach out to this guy. I had an ad on Reverb, and this particular ad was for a refinished Gibson SG, and he contacted me. He seemed very upset that I was selling the guitar, which was a little weird because, I see things I don't necessarily like for sale, but normally I go buy them. But this guy, threw some insults around and was just this, and I pretty much told him, hey, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Find somebody else to bother. I'm just busy right now. He did make me an offer, which was pretty low, but given the scope of the situation I'm in right now, I decided to take it. Was probably a big mistake on my part. Once I took his offer, he just wouldn't pay me. He spent about a day and a half just asking every single question under the sun that you can imagine. And this is post buying the guitar. And making me run and take pictures and send them to him. And it got to the point where he was accusing me of painting the guitar with a spray paint can. And this is a guitar I had painted back in probably 2010. But I managed to dig up some pictures of it. Before I painted it, I sent him the color codes because he said the color was wrong. I sent him the actual color codes. I sent him a picture of the paint with the stripped down guitar before I painted it. Everything you can imagine, and I'll show that in detail. But anyway, how it ended was, after doing this, I explained to him that it got to the point that it was just getting ridiculous. He started messaging me. I told him the situation with my father and how I wasn't going to be available for the rest of the night. He started messaging me at 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning just with more questions and more demands. And finally, I just told him, look, if you put all of the questions you have into one message and send it to me, I'll gladly answer them for you. I just need to get paid for this guitar, and I need to get it out because, of the situation. And this went on well over 72 hours, which is I'm sure he was laughing all the time. And then he claims he has a quote-unquote girlfriend, and he had been in a real bad accident and was in the ICU. Obviously, I don't believe any of that, but I found an ad that he has here with his phone number and his business and everything because I was trying to figure out who this guy was who did this to me. And I probably am a little more upset than I would normally be. And so I just put here, I put the story, just warning people about this guy because we've all dealt with people like this. Telling the story, this particular site, I've put this on a few sites, but I've been a member of this site since 2003. Never had any infractions. I've sold things, bought things. And what I did is I just screenshotted our conversation from Reverb, which I'll show now. I'll show the first page of it. And you can see here, he starts off, and you can see this is when he ordered it. The order's been canceled by Reverb, which was very nice of them. And I just told him, don't buy it. And he starts, you might want to change your listing because if somebody pays $2,000 for this, blah, blah, blah. And I told him not spray painted. I called him the Reverb police, which probably wasn't nice. Said it was nice for him to have all this free time, and he just keeps going. He says, this is Pelham Blue, in mine's Herman Munster Green. And I told him, get a life, bother somebody else. And he said he made an offer, and I asked him to stop messaging me, just to bother somebody else. Like I said, it was a very tough day. Now, he's already bought the guitar here, So then I asked him to send, he asked me to send a picture of the case. Unfortunately, the guitar was packed. It did say in the ad it was a Gibson chainsaw case, which I'm sure everybody knows what it is. And I told him if he would have asked, I would have gladly sent one. And I told him as soon as this payment clears, he'll ship. And I thanked him. And then I was going to FedEx, so I asked him to send payment. He wanted a picture of the case. And again, I just explained it. I told him about my dad. And then he wanted a picture of the kind of case. And I told him it's all in the description. And I said, I couldn't do it right then. And then he claims he knows what it is. Then he has two more questions. The guitar looks green. Is it the lighting? He's looking for a blue one. Why did I decide to sell it? Which I told him and I told you. This, I told him the lacquer color of the guitar, sprayed with a gun, cured clear, and then a tinted Bellins coat went over. And then, you know, I just explained my situation again, and this is the guitar that I was matching. It's an Epiphone Olympic that I have that's Pelham Blue, and that's what I used to do the SG, which I'll also show in a minute. And I just told him I wasn't available. And then that was at 6:30 in the morning because he had started this at 6 a.m. the morning after I told him what was going on. Then he's demanding the answers to his questions, and he's like, the guitar's not Pelham Blue as advertised, I need to know. Again, in the video, there's actually a lot of pictures of this guitar. There's a video of the guitar, me going over it, and in detail. And there's also, like I said, you know, I sent him the lacquer and the color codes and everything. And this is pretty much what I told him. And I just told him my eBay name and how my feedback's really good and have a good day. And then he wants the serial number because it's not readable. Then this is funny. He says he sells here all the time. He's never refused to answer questions. And this is a screenshot. It goes on, but basically, and I will get to that in a minute. So on this website that I posted this warning about him on, let me see here. You know, I just wanted people to know. So at the end, I guess he saw my posts, and he says, you can do anything with Photoshop. This guy's bent out of shape over a personal matter I won't go into. I'm not sure what that is, but he's obviously very troubled that he'd go through such lengths. I've reported him to both the forum and Reverb. I actually reported this guy to Reverb, so I'm not sure why, but he says, that's all I can do, sorry. And this is Mark Helm here. And what I'm going to do now, he's right. Anything can be done with Photoshop. So what I'm going to do now is I have Reverb up, and I'm going to log into my Reverb account. I'm just going to turn my camera so it doesn't show my thing. My phone buzzed because I have one of those double authorizations where, you know, it won't let you log in unless you say it's you. And again, I thank everyone for bearing with me on this. And this should go in just a second. Okay, so here's reverb.com. And I can click on anything that's up here if you want to see, because I'm sure he's going to say that I'm making this up too. So what I'm going to do is go up to notifications in my messages. And let's see, I'll see all my messages. And let me see. Just going to find his message. There's I've gotten a lot of questions on this guitar, so they're all there. Okay, so here's my messages that Mark says I'm photoshopping. This is the guitar, and this is on Reverb's site. We just zoom in. Just trying to get it to focus a little bit. And as far as all the messages he said that I photoshopped, we can go and look at them. And again, I think everyone knows you can't kind of delete messages from Reverb once you've put them. But this is the Reverb site, and you'll see that it's pretty much exactly what I posted that it was. And we'll go through, and again, these are all the pictures I had sent him. Again, I don't want him to say that I edited this or anything like that, so you'll see if I click on the picture, it'll come up, or let me see. I think there's a close. Is there a close one? Yeah, there's that. You know, if I click on like his site, it'll go there. I'm sure. Yeah, so I'll go back and I'll show the rest of the messages. And again, you know, I'm just making this because it's just something that, with everything going on in the world today, and some people like myself, here's a picture of the guitar stripped down that he'd asked for. Then he's asking about the vibrato arm. It was in the case, but you know, again, and then I'll show you his lie from his quote-unquote girlfriend. Whether he has a girlfriend, I don't know. But it's just, you know, with everything going on in the world, and the guitar did get sold. And it was good for me because Reverb gave me 7 free days of bumps. And I'll show the guitar just so everyone can see it. The guy who got the guitar is thrilled with it. I'm very happy that he is happy. And, you know, we can go through and see the guitar. And it's just like I said, it's a Helm Blue SG that has some yellow tint on it in some places just to look a little older. I have an Olympic. I've seen a lot of different shades of Helm Blue, and it's really not the point of my my video. Just that this guy Mark Helm kind of took it upon himself to just, you know, do something really mean to people, I think. And you know, the world right now just doesn't need that, and now he's trying to backpedal and say that I'm unstable or I'm lying or something, and it's just not the case. I'm going through a tough time with my dad. I was in a bind for some money, and I had this guy jerking me around just for the sake of jerking me around, and it just doesn't seem fair that people do stuff like this today. So I just, again, thank you if you stuck around this long for the video. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate any prayers that people want to send. But I guess this guy, it just bothers me that not only did he jerk me around, and I'm sure he was laughing about it the whole time, but then, you know, he makes up that he's in a serious accident and he's in the ICU, yet he's responding to my posts on a guitar forum. So nothing more than that. Just if you've ever gotten scammed on Reverb, you're not the only one. Feel free to share this video. And again, Mark Helm in Nashville, Living Room Guitars. Kind of deal with this guy at your own peril, because he's obviously incredibly dishonest. I mean, not only did he lie about being in an accident, or his quote-unquote girlfriend did, but he also wasted all my time on Reverb and then said my messages were photoshopped, which they're not. And like I said, this should prove that. If anyone wants to see another video on my Reverb account or something, I mean, I'm more than happy to show it. But again, thanks so much for watching, and just stay safe and take care of each other outside, and just try not to be too mean to people. Thanks, guys.